Apologies, guys. We had technical difficulties earlier. So we're back at it again. Yo, shout out to my brother from another mother, man. Shout out to all my peoples out here tonight. All my brothers here tonight, man. Shout out to you guys. Thank you guys for liking. Thank you guys for subscribing. Thank you guys for supporting. We are back with another podcast video. Live Q&A. If you have questions, please feel free to ask. And hopefully we'll be able to get to your questions. But before that, let's go around the room to introduce who are at the table. My brother over here to my left, my father. We got Hello. Let's go. And we got a special guest, man.
What's going on? It's your boy C Fit. You know the motto, less brunches, more crunches. Let's go. I'm gonna talk that shit today.
Let's go. Yes, less brunches, more crunches. I like that one, bro. That's a good one. Appreciate that. I like that one. Yo, so you obviously been working out. That's why you came up with that model, right, bro?
Of course.
How long have you been working out?
I mean, I've been working out my whole life. You know, played basketball my whole life. Grew up. You know, was fortunate enough to get a Division I scholarship, so I played up through college. I didn't get to play pro, but you know, once I got out of college, I pretty much ain't stopped for real. So,
still was hungry.
Yeah, man.
Still had that hunger.
It's crazy though, because like when you stop hooping or football or whatever your sport is, you kind of like you want that. You still got that edge, like there's no outlet for me to compete and practice in games no more. So I still gotta have that edge to like go hard.
So what is it? What do you do now?
So I'm an entrepreneur. Got my own training business. In-person training. I got online training business. I got the clothing brand, and I work out. I stay.
See the shirt, man. I see the shirt. Less crunches, more.
Yes, sir.
What motivated that? What motivated that movement right there? We're in DC, the land of brunches. So
you know,
motivation.
Yeah, DC is the home of the brunch, the king city of brunches in the United States. I've been to a couple different cities, and them cities don't top DC. So it was wild. Like I went to Soul Cycle. This was 2017. Yeah, 2017. I went to Soul Cycle with my homegirl. We went to brunch after. Like we got like a healthy brunch. It was nothing crazy. And I took a picture of my plate and I put less brunches, more crunches on there. And like my DM started blowing up. It started going crazy. Like they was like, yo, you gotta put that on a shirt. Like that shit sound crazy. So put it on the shirt. Wore like just one shirt and wore it to the gym one day. Everybody in the gym was asking me about it. So that's kind of how that came about. So I got people wearing it all over the country now.
That's fire.
That's lit. Congratulations.
Appreciate that, bro.
Yeah. That's fire, man. You one of the top trainers, I think, out of the gym we at in Golds. Seem to hold yourself with a lot of composure. We'd love to talk about gym etiquette with you. Whether it's training. You had a viral moment a few days ago.
Yeah.
When you said it was kind of controversial. You said you were talking about men who were scared to send their girls to be trained with you, or who were intimidated. If you can elaborate more on that.
Yeah, so pretty much, I think some people took it out of context, but pretty much I brought it up because, I've lost a few clients, and so I put the short clip on YouTube and Instagram and TikTok. But pretty much I was telling a story. What happened was I had a girl. She started training with me last year. She lost like 10 pounds in her first month. She was like, coming along well, getting her results. And then she had to stop out of nowhere. But her last session, she like had an attitude. So I was like, what's wrong with you? She was like, yeah, my boyfriend, he wouldn't let me wear these shorts to the gym. She had on like these little short Nike shorts. I mean, they, cute shorts. You know how the girls do, man. So he made her put like these big ass sweatpants on. So, and so she had like an attitude because she just felt she ain't like being controlled or whatever. But and I was just basically saying like, I'm not interested in taking nobody's girl. I just want to train and make my money. That's all I was saying. So that was the controversial part. So
that's funny.
Was in their feelings when I posted it. So.
That's funny because Broly, we was talking about something about what you think, what the attire women should wear in the gym. So touch on what you think about what the ladies should be wearing in the gym.
Oh, I was just saying, if I was a lady, I would wear like baggy, something baggy.
You would wear baggy? Why would
Because
you wear baggy?
I feel like when the tights that they wear, it looks like when they get like super wet, it's uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So I want to feel comfortable. Because I like to wear shorts.
Yeah.
And typically for some guys, they're kind of short, but they're a little baggy. So it gives me comfortability. You know, if it was tight, then I don't think I would be comfortable. So maybe it's a little bit,
Let's see,
biased because that's how I normally operate. So I'm thinking the same way, even if I was a woman.
But if you
Put
flip
myself
it though,
from that standpoint, hypothetically.
If you flip it though, like the fellas, you feel me? We wear tank tops, we wear the Gucci shorts, or we go no shirt in the gym. So I feel like that's the female version of,
Yeah, I mean, I feel like if you feel comfortable in that, you can wear that. But as far as like somebody, like a person telling his girl not to wear certain things to the gym.
Would you tell your girl to do that? You would tell your girl like, yo, you can't wear them shorts in the gym?
No.
Would you tell your girl that?
Honestly, yes.
Oh man.
I wouldn't say that, okay, honey, you can't wear that to the gym, but I would question why she's wearing this to the gym if it looks questionable.
It's levels though. Yeah, if it's
that's
questionable.
What I'm saying.
Yeah, it's levels.
Now,
it's levels.
if your woman goes outside in a bikini and tells you, can you hold this for a second?
Yes,
and
sir.
tells you that she's gonna go to the gym,
that's different.
And you don't say something, then I'm gonna look at you and you tell me this story as if you're not being a man at that time.
I don't think she had on them type of shorts though. She had on like the the Nike shorts.
I'm not
thighs and shit.
I'm not assuming anything. I'm just stating experience, and I understand that in different relationships it's better to communicate with whatever your issues are than holding in and then resent the person later on.
Sure. Yeah.
Or try to bring it up later on when it's a whole different energy that's being shared.
I want to talk about those popular shorts and popular ones that separate the cheeks. What y'all think about those? Would you let your girl wear the tights that with the crunchy in the middle that separates the cheeks? Is that a go? Is that a no-go?
Most women wear these tights.
So you would
they like them. They like
most,
that style.
Most women wear these tights in the gym. Typically, for me, it's distracting.
Okay.
I think it's very distracting. If they feel comfortable in it, that's cool. But as I said, if I was a woman, I don't think that I would wear that because it looks as if it's uncomfortable. I don't like to have a wedgie. I don't know.
I think they like to have a wedgie though.
I don't know how it feels. For me, this is what I'm imagining. I'm like, damn, she's not uncomfortable in that. Like,
but even
and
like,
then, but then I'm sorry for interrupting you. But then there's guys that go to the gym and really be trying to lock in, and with whatever their goals are, and they'll get distracted, and then in couple minutes later, they're not really focused on their workout anymore. Because of the things that they're saying.
What'd you say to me earlier about girls in the gym?
I sent you something.
Nah, you said you was like, I don't really be like phased or paying attention.
Oh yeah, so I say Chris, he's one of the trainers, and there's a few others who they locked in. They ain't really look at the women. They just move like they do their thing and get out. They're not. Because our gym's kind of like a club. If you want to be honest with you, it's kind of like a club. Everybody's wearing their J's, and I be looking at people like, what are you on in the gym? Like, they're like, yeah, that's stay nice. I'm like, I ain't hating on it, but So yeah, I think we are at a gym. Okay, so
I think the gym, especially that gym, is kind of like, just it gives us that energy of like just fucking be free. Like as far as like what the fuck you wear. Or that's what to me it's crazy when people are like, oh, you can't wear certain shit to the gym. When I think of gym or fitness, I think of body. It's like you can't tell bodybuilders on stage, you can't wear that on stage, bro. It's fitness, and you have bodybuilders going to that gym too. So yeah, they could show off their body because that's the scene for it. Now, if you're wearing it somewhere else, then it's different.
So you're saying the shorts and all the pants, and that's where it's meant to be worn.
That's where it's meant to be worn.
And does that motivate you, or does that distract you? When you
It
see
depends.
the
For me, it motivates me.
It
motivates me when I see a guy that's shredded, no homo, and got a nice body. I'm like, shit, I'm about to put this pain in. And
you about to put what in?
Pain in, bro.
Say
Fucking mean,
say
bro.
that 3 times fast.
Oh man. I'm about
Pause,
to.
man.
Man. You guys always gotta think. Always gotta think. Yeah.
Okay.
There's also competitive motivation. Whereas there's a scenario where I was bench pressing, right, and supersetting the bench press with push-ups and shit, and this dude was just like, he was also brolic, but he was like looking at me on some like, the fuck you think you are, like type shit. So that shit made me go harder, like. And he had his shirt off too, and I'm like, yeah, suck. You're like, and even with the girls, when the girls are working out, looking sexy as shit, I get extra motivated. Like testosterone's just building up. Like, let's go. So yeah, that it's like, if you don't get motivated or you get distracted, that's not their fault, man. That's your fault, literally.
I fucks with that, bro, and I definitely understand that. But for me, I disagree. Unfortunately, because too many. Listen, just like when you go to school to learn. When you go to when you go to church, you go to church to pray and stuff like that. When you go to the gym, you go there to work out. You're not going there for this gym that they go to. It's a party. No. If it's a party with yourself, getting to know yourself, oneself, so you can better oneself. And that's the party. Otherwise, then you're just wasting your time because you're in another social atmosphere that's filled with the system that's creating you to that's helping to create you to become a consumer. And that's all you're staying. So if you're not going to change that, if you're not going to work on yourself, what are you doing? Spending your money going to this place. You might as well sit down on the couch and eat some cookies and chips. And just watch a reality show. Because you living in a reality show. Like, I'm going to go to the gym and see what the girl's looking like today. Like, what? That's crazy.
You know what's funny though, like,
you give me that money that you're paying for that gym membership.
But I do think for a lot of men and women, it's a social environment because folks ain't going to the club like that. Folks are working remotely. They don't see women and don't see men as much as they used to. Like, we're just not out like that no more. You know what I'm saying? I think for some people, that's it.
Yeah, the key to fighting those type of energies that you feel as if, you got to go to the gym just to socialize, or go to the library, go to a place that go to the place where it's not really focused on socializing. Because a lot of times you see women in the gym, most women in the gym are exercising a lot harder than the men. You know what I mean? So it's like,
it's a lot of. I mean, it's women that's serious in the gym, it's dudes that's serious in the gym, and it's women
they don't want to be bothered.
That's not serious, and dudes that's not serious too.
But the people that's working out, like when I'm working out, bro, I don't want to be bothered.
Like, bro, like you probably seen it because you be in there in the evening. Like, it's girls that's in there just to walk around with booty shorts on, just to get to get attention.
But at the end of the day, I get it too. But they're still in the fucking gym. They're still doing it better than.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
So you can't ignore that part.
Yeah.
They look like they did something.
They still look athletic, but I'm just saying, like, it's
not like they're out of shape walking around like that.
It's not most women. It's just a select few, but they in there trying to get attention out. They do exist.
Yeah. And Seymour, how do you handle that attention? You've been in the gym for a while now. You've been a trainer for a while. Like, do you? Okay, let's call it what it is, right? You train a lot of women, right? Mm-hmm. And for guys who train a lot of women, you got to have a certain level of discipline to get your money and not fall into that trap. Because I know of certain women who try to get to know a trainer so that payment goes down a little bit, get the little discount, So like, how do you handle that? How do you handle that? Like, if it's natural for a girl to fall for you because you're helping her get results, right? Yeah. So she can fall for you, get attracted to you because you're helping her accomplish your goal. How do you keep it separate?
I mean, to be, completely transparent, you gotta make the mistake and realize that it's not leading to your ultimate goal. So, in my earlier years, I've made the mistake. Like I've had girls pull up and pay me. They pay me for the month just to like get what they want out of it, and then they dip. And then I'm like, whoa, what the, you know what I mean? So now, like, I'm messing my money up for the upcoming months. And then it's just like, I wasted my time and my energy with somebody who they just wanted, I thought it was something serious and they just wanted, one night with me.
So you had an OnlyFans and you didn't know it.
Chill. But nah, you just got to make the mistake and realize, like, what's the ultimate goal? My ultimate goal ain't to sleep with women. My ultimate goal is to get this money and build a brand and build a business. So, and then people talk. Like, it don't matter what city you're in. You be in DC, New York, Dallas, Miami, LA. I lived in LA for a little bit. The fitness community is small in whatever city or area you in. People talk. So if you get that reputation, like, damn, this trainer right here, he trying to do more than train. He trying to train at the gym and outside the gym.
Yeah,
so like, you get that reputation, you're just gonna fuck your pockets up. And and I train mostly women. They talk. Like, they be telling me about other male trainers. Women talk, bro. Like, I'm just being honest. So it just, this experience played a factor in that for real. So
trial and error.
Yeah.
So let's touch on the guys like letting. Well, you said the experience of the girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, she didn't want to train with you no more because her boyfriend.
Her boyfriend had a problem with the shorts she was wearing.
What if she was lying?
She could have been lying, but I mean, you think did that make logical sense for her to lie to stop training with me? She could just be like, I don't want to train with you.
She don't have to say that.
She was just blaming on her boyfriend.
Yeah,
she could have done that too.
Yeah.
I mean, it's possible. I just don't think. I don't see a woman blaming her boyfriend for an excuse like that to stop training. I just don't see that.
There's a lot of things in life that sometimes we're not privy to see.
You're right.
Then we get surprised.
You're right. You're right.
Do you think
that's life?
Yeah, but I've been around enough. I trained enough women to just. I don't know, but like my instinct is telling me that wasn't.
You sounds like you're a little intimate with this.
Nah, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. We ain't doing that today. Like, nah. Nah, man. I mean, you got a valid point, but she did have on some little ass shorts though.
But as a man, let me just make a statement if you don't mind. As a man, bro, and nothing against you with personal training and my bro over here and anyone that does anything, matter of fact. But me as a man that has a woman that's somewhere, anywhere, possibly near, if any time or place for me to help her because I'm a man, I'm going to do it. I'm not going to give any opportunity to help another man be there for her, unless it's like the doctor, her father, a family member, obviously.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because otherwise, it's not going to help the relationship.
Can I give some pushback?
Let me throw this out there, bro. It's a lot of men that's not in the gym and not in the fitness, and they don't know what they doing. They ain't play no sports, so they don't have that background of like Division I, Division II sports. So there's a lot of dudes that they don't even know how to train for themselves. So how they going to train their girl?
So for those guys, and if I were in
go
those
ahead.
Talk your shit. I would train with my girl.
Okay.
We shall learn together.
Okay, I got you.
Why not? You mean train with him together?
Yeah, we all go. Yeah. Me, her, and the trainer.
I've had people do that.
Me, her, the trainer.
I've had people do that. I've had people put up with their wife or something.
We did. So here's my pushback.
Show me how we gonna do this, Brody.
So here's my pushback right here. I used to sell personal training packages, right? $2,000, $3,000, $5,000. The men who can afford these heavy prices are busy men, right? They're in that office 50 hours a week. They're traveling for work, right? They can't be there physically with their girl, right? So they then say, hey, you know what? I want her to stay in shape. I want her to stay active.
So are you saying they not in the gym too?
No, I'm saying they might be in the gym. They traveling. They're in the office a lot. So the time they have with their girl is more romantic time,
Yeah.
So when they're out of the country on a business trip, and when they, in the office 40, 50 hours, they see their girls in increments with little stays here.
Yeah.
They want to outsource that and say, hey, you know what? I'm just going to get you a training package with a trainer, because you can't be there all the time. So what would you say to that?
That's one of the dumbest things. That's one of the dumbest things about it. There's many other ways to show your love and appreciation for her and, her well-being and stuff like that, and give her some support so that if you do want those things, you'll have that conversation and you help her to gain those things, especially if that's something that she wants. But taking it upon yourself to just do things like that, literally, I have a friend. I don't want to say any names. He doesn't live in this. He doesn't live in this country. He doesn't live in this country. But he was with a lady for about 6 to 8 years, and many years they were together. And he moved her to another country.
Okay.
And while being in this other country, she didn't like this country, but she stayed with him because they were together for so long. What he did was he noticed that she was so beautiful and very majestic in the way that she moved. So he decided to hire her a photographer so that she could just take photos and do things of this nature, not upon her request, but upon him just wanting to show this to her. So they did that, and eventually, long story short, in one of many examples, she ends up leaving with the guy because now
the photographer.
Yes, this is a passion of hers. She ended up leaving with him, getting married to him, and then have his babies. So I'll say once again. I'll say once again.
I'm a back you.
I'll say once again.
I'm a back you some data. Personal trainers, police officers. I can't remember the other ones, but personal trainers and police officers have been statistically proven to be the highest cheaters, right?
Okay.
So with that being said, you do have a point there, and what I like to ask you, Chris, is how do you get in an intimate relationship with a new woman and make her confident in knowing that you're not going to do anything with these beautiful women in training?
Bro, I'm still trying to figure that out, bro. So I was explaining to the fellas earlier, anytime I had my clients around my girl or whoever I'm talking to, it's always been issues. And maybe that's just because I pick poor women. Maybe that's just because I pick insecure women, or maybe I ain't make them feel secure. But I'm still trying to figure that out. I can't even answer that. I'm single right now, so I can't even answer that for you.
Earlier, you did say that, you would allow your girl to get personal trained by somebody else.
So if I'm obviously in the fitness, so if I had a girlfriend, she got to be in the fitness. So obviously we're gonna work out together.
Yeah.
And so because that is, that's my business, and I need somebody who is, she's disciplined enough to work out. So let's say I can't train her that day, she might, she still got the discipline to do something on her own, or she can go to somebody else. So I'm cool with my girl. Like if I can't train her that day, she can go to another person. She can go to another person. She could go to Orange Theory. She could go to Soul Cycle. She could do Solid Core.
I'm saying, would you be okay with her having us?
Hey, bro, real talk. Like if you could smash my chick, you could have her. That's not the chick for me. Real talk. Why I'm gonna sit here and try to clock her movement? And Goku and Broly Gaines tag teaming her. It's not the chick for me. Y'all can have her. Y'all can do y'all thing for real. Because I live in reality, bro. Like I want to know the truth. Like if that's the type of time you want, I need to know. So low key, this gonna sound crazy, bro. Like I'm gonna put you in a situation to see your energy. Like I want to know what's gonna happen. I respect that. If you're not loyal, you're not loyal. What I look like trying. Clock a grown woman. A grown woman gonna do what she want to do. So I could clock her movements. I could not send her to the personal trainer. She could go hit the photographer, or she could go hit somebody at work. These girls be having work husbands. So it might not be the trainer. It could be somebody else. It could be the dude. It could be the mailman dropping off packages and other packages. You know what I'm saying? Like it could be. That's just me.
Well, that's a valid point. I can't knock that. I definitely can't knock that at all.
Yeah.
I just will never orchestrate or help to orchestrate a connection.
He's not rocking with that shit.
No, I will never help to orchestrate a connection with another man. And the thing is that we can't be selfish to say, okay, like, even though she might stay loyal to you, you still put her in a position now where she can still have a connection with the person. And it's reality. You may not want to admit it. She might not admit it to you, but this can happen. Because this happened. That's just a little seed that got planted. Now that seed is planted, it may not grow right now. It could be 5 to 10 years from now. But thanks to you, now 10, 15 years, they're together.
So you think,
you know?
you think
Like,
if you let your girl go to a male personal trainer outside of yourself, you think your girl can leave you for the trainer?
I'm not saying that she can leave me for the trainer.
Just saying, though, like,
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that she can. I'm not saying she can't. What I'm saying is that because in a different type of way, that's like my profession, and with a woman like that, our connection would be there in that type of way as well.
Yeah.
So I know that building in that way because I'm teaching her these things and I'm learning from her as well. This is a way to help to connect with each other. So because of that alone, I don't want to help her build another connection with another person in that way.
Yeah.
Unless it's going to benefit her pockets or her well-being. Otherwise, if just learning 2 weeks with me, you don't need a personal trainer for the rest of your life.
I respect that. I feel the same way about my knowledge too. But.
So I'd be like, what are you doing?
What are you talking about? What if y'all busy though? What if y'all trying to get content and y'all in Miami, doing y'all thing, or y'all go to LA, y'all getting content?
She could call me up. Like, what exercises you think? Because we built that connection, she gonna call me up and we gonna talk. And she gonna be like, yo, I'm still working on X, Y, and Z. My legs, my glute, my whatever it is.
What I'm saying is,
what should I do? Listen, baby, these specific exercises is how you get that shit right.
So what I'm saying is, even you could do that, but she's still gonna go to the gym and have exposure to other men. So what I'm saying is, in any aspect of her life,
she's on her own. If she builds a connection that way, I won't feel a type of way.
Even if you're in town, she's on her own though. So that's what I'm saying.
But I understand that. But what I'm saying is that without me, if she builds a connection, I won't feel a type of way. I'll be able to let that go because this is something that she genuinely wanted.
Right.
But even if she genuinely wanted it, that connection, and I helped to build it, now I'm in a way attacking my own ego or pride. So in a logical standpoint, that doesn't make any sense to do that so that I can save myself and save her feelings as well.
I feel that.
Feel me? So that's why I'm just like, there's certain positions that you just won't be in life, for me at least. And that's one of those positions.
Well, we just gonna agree to disagree. We got two different outlets. But nah, you making some valid points for sure.
One of the valid points he made though is if you can teach a woman something, is it natural attraction she has to you?
Absolutely.
By teaching.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
So I do understand from that standpoint. You make a great point.
Absolutely. Especially if that's the profession that he does already.
Yeah, if he's already a pro at it too.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys imagine. Have you ever imagined being with a woman having long hair? She's a beautician, and you just go into all the other ladies to get your hair done. You think? Can you imagine how she would feel?
All the other trainers, but what I'm saying, if you're shorty going to girls trip and that's she retwisting your locks or braiding your hair, and you need to get your shit done because you gotta shoot content. You don't want to be looking scruffy on your content. You probably gonna go to another female, right? You might go to a salon. It's gonna be other females in there. So what I'm saying is, your girl can't be like, oh no, you can't go because it's other women there. Like you gonna build a connection with her. Nah, like that's just what it might have to be for the time being. So I'm cool with that. If I'm out of town handling business, she gotta go to another trainer.
So I've actually been with a woman who was finesse, totally beautiful with her hands when it comes to my hair, right? Mm. And believe it or not, I would not let someone else do my hair at that time because I didn't have faith that they would do it as good. Because I had so much faith in
that's a different topic, though. That's a different topic. We're talking about two different topics.
I actually had that experience.
Nah, even right now, the woman that does, I'm not with her, but the woman that does my hair, I don't go to nobody else,
bro.
So
but
I'll come straight from Thailand.
Talking about somebody that you're dealing with, though. You dealing with your hair person?
No,
I'm not.
That's different, though.
It is different.
But we're talking about two different situations.
But right? I've been in a situation where I was dealing with the person that was doing my hair as well. Right. And I didn't want no one else doing my hair. I was upset when she didn't want to do my hair. When she tried to give me someone else to do my hair, I was like, come on.
Yeah, I mean,
what's up with that?
bro, like if I go out of town for my birthday or something, you know, like I just want to take a day off. Like my clients go to other people, and then when I'm back in town, it's back. Like they right back. Like I'm not scared of. I'm changing the subject now. I'm not scared of another trainer taking my client because I'm out of town. You feel what I'm saying?
I understand what you mean.
Yeah.
I understand what you mean.
You know, I want to touch.
Shouldn't be.
I want to touch on something you said when you mentioned girl trips, right? Something that hit the web the other day was DJ Envy. He let his wife take a girls trip. So, yeah, he let his wife take a girls trip for 20 days, and you know the bros are like, your wife is taking a girls trip 20 days out of the country. What do y'all feel about that? Goku Pump, can your queen take a girls trip out of the country for 20 days?
Yeah.
You that confident?
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Smash Goku's girl.
Man.
Smash.
Yeah.
I'm
on Marty Tommy.
Honestly, if she want to go freaking live life for 20 days, then I wouldn't. Honestly, we would talk about it, and most likely, if she's my girl, I would feel comfortable.
And when she comes back, y'all still everything's okay?
Yeah. And bro, I'm a YouTuber, bro. I've done like probably 20 days without seeing my shorty, so it's like it's unfair.
Yeah,
it's really unfair for me to be like, yo, nah, man. I've done months. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
I could do it. You can't do it.
So any country doesn't matter. Go with your girl.
You know why? You know why it doesn't matter? Because those days that I spent traveling to do my shit, she also had opportunity to do whatever the fuck she wanted to do too.
Well,
so it's like,
so you poly?
It's not that I'm poly. I'm just saying that it doesn't matter if she goes on the girls trip or not. I have to just trust her at this point.
That's the same thing he was saying about the whole trip. Bro, I want you to answer the question.
I trust.
She's going on the girls trip though. This is not a you're going on a trip with another guy for something.
Before Broly answer, I'm gonna say two things, bro. If you can't trust, I trust my girl going to a personal trainer before I trust her on a 20-day girl trip. And the reason why is because I've been on guys trips, and I've seen women on. And I'm not generalizing women. There are good women, bad women, good men, bad men. I'm not generalizing nothing.
Yeah.
But I'm just speaking experience right now. I've met groups of women on my guys trips. Mm-hmm. I've seen what they've done, and I've seen them go back home and what they post on social media. They post in their relationship on social media. So I'm just saying, like, that environment is it's more likely to have some bullshit going on than with a personal trainer. Just my opinion from my life experience. I don't know, you know what I'm saying? I don't know y'all experience, but that's just mine.
So that's why it's so important to communicate, because maybe that 20-day trip could be for a yoga retreat.
It could definitely be.
Maybe that 20-day retreat, because if it's for a yoga retreat, I would definitely be inclined to believe that she's going to be doing something that's going to be positive with her friends. With her friends, and most likely she's going to stay in a positive state of mind.
So you know DJ, you said DJ Envy, right?
It depends on
what
the situation is, you know.
Absolutely, but you know DJ Envy got caught cheating, right?
Yeah, a few years ago.
This 20-day girl trip took place after he cheated. He got caught cheating on his wife. So if that's the situation, you still trust her on that trip?
I mean, he put himself in a fucked up situation.
Absolutely, he did.
So remember what we just said about that quality of energy, type shit. So like, if he could like go do his thing and they stay together, whatever, then he can't really. And then she deal with whatever she dealt with him and still stick with him. He can't really fight her when it's time for her to be on some same type of demon timing.
No, I tell all the
that's their relationship.
Yeah, I tell all the
that's what it sounds like, at least.
Yeah. This is her lick back. That's what the girls like to call it. Lick back. I'm gonna get my lick back. Right? That's like infamous, you know. I tell all the guys though, if your girl takes you back after you cheated, she got one in the chamber. She can let that mom go whenever she wants to.
Scary sight, man.
So you know, so it is what it is. You gotta live with that one, man.
Yeah, he already fucked up. So
yeah, he fucked up bad, bro.
You can't even like compare that situation because he already fucked up.
Yeah, he made his bed, man. He got to lay in it.
Yeah, that's a tough one, man.
Most definitely.
Definitely got kids and stuff.
Yeah.
So, something else I want to touch on, right? I've been noticing a lot of men lately, well, not a lot of men. I have like 2 friends, right? And they're scared to approach a woman with the prenup, right? High value men, they got a couple dollars, and they want to introduce the prenup, but they're scared of losing the girl. What would you say to these guys? Are they beta males? Are they right? Are they wrong? What do you think about that?
Feelings is feelings. There is no right and wrong. So if you feel like he got to do it, then he's right in how he feels. If he feels as if he don't have to do it, then he's still right in how he feels. It's not what you say; it's how you say it.
So give a great example. If someone's listening right now and they love this woman, but they want to protect their assets, how should they approach it without hurting their feelings, without losing the girl?
I mean,
that's tough. That's tough.
I mean, just be honest, bro. Just really be honest about how you feel. And believe it or not, if she's gonna fuck with you, if she's gonna ride for you, then she's gonna be there. If she's not, then you gonna know, and that's the point of you doing that, so you can know.
Yeah, but how do you introduce? Do you bring it to the dinner table? Do you get the lawyer ahead of time?
That's a conversation.
No, you talk to her. You talk to her about that first.
To me, if you gotta do all that, it ain't love, bro.
So no prenup for you, Goku.
Bro, even this is why, this is why I love the girl, bro. Because when I even told her that, she believes in marriage. We went to her dad's marriage and all that stuff. And when I still told her I don't believe in marriage, I'm not getting married, and she's like, okay.
Oh, you got the cheat code.
It's not a cheat code, bro. It's kind of like, that's like, you still gonna ride with me no matter what. So it's like all that shit doesn't even fucking matter, As a man, if she's gonna, and there's certain things about her I gotta fucking love her. It's all about unconditional love. Like you still gotta fucking ride with a nigga no matter what, and the nigga gotta make a fucking decision, bro, for his pockets or whatever, his purpose, bro.
He got to make a decision for his pockets
and his purpose. Do you believe in marriage, my brother?
Absolutely. Especially, I believe in marriage, especially for kids. Like if you're having kids, that's the best option for kids.
Why is that the best option for kids?
Kids need both. Like if you're a male, you need there's no question you need your father's presence, but you still need your mom's loving. And if you're a girl, you definitely need your father because you need a strong father figure to show you like how a man's supposed to treat you and take care of you. And obviously you need the mother to show you how to be a woman, to show you how to be a great wife. So obviously need both parents. I think it's tricky in our country, one with people marrying the wrong person, and then just the way it's set up. If women can leave and basically, I hate to say this, ruin a man's life. So if you marry the wrong chick, she could ruin your life. I mean, just me, and that's the thing about me being a trainer. Like I know a lot of people. I know divorced people. I know married people. So I've heard the great marriage stories and the bad marriage stories. So
you said you think marriage is important for kids.
Absolutely.
What makes you feel that?
It's important in general. It's important in general. I think we're supposed to have somebody in our life. Like we're supposed to have a partner in our life.
Yeah, but do we need marriage for that?
No, we don't need marriage. We don't need marriage for that. You could have a lifelong girlfriend or boyfriend. It sounds crazy. It sounds insane, but I mean, you could. I know I've seen people successful relationships and they never got married. I've seen that shit before.
I've seen it too. No title and it works out
fine. I personally feel like that's better because when you get married, there's an option for divorce.
Yeah.
But when you're with somebody and it's like you love them unconditionally, there's no other option but to just love them unconditionally.
What are you thinking about marriage, bro?
Marriage for me, I'm not sure about it. But I'm sure about that prenup, though. I get that paper, that prenup ASAP. But more so to protect the children. I remember talking to this attorney, and the first thing he said was, "You don't get a prenup for her. You get a prenup so a guy like me doesn't exploit you." He says he charges men more money who don't have prenups Because what happens is the first motion he files a motion for the judge to make the man pay for both attorneys. So now that the men are paying for both attorneys, he charges more, because his client's not paying anymore. So he initially starts charging more or whatever. And I think in a lot of these cases, when it's dealing with the trust and life insurance and whatever, whenever you fight in court, about a third of the money goes to the attorneys, right? So if the idea is to protect the assets for the children's long being, then this prenup is not because I don't believe in our marriage. This prenup is to protect us, that if we split, a lawyer doesn't exploit our emotions, So that's
I was going to say too, and it's not to bash relationships, because relationship can be amazing, but change. People do change, and that could be, I'm sure y'all got homies like y'all not cool with no more just because they switched up. They might have been hating on y'all growth and y'all platforms, and I'm sure y'all experienced it. I'm sure y'all experienced females that you dealt with. They just switched up, and people do change. And one thing I noticed with a lot of unhappy marriages, people they jump into the marriage. They haven't known each other that long. They might have known each other for a year, 2 years, and you get into a lifelong commitment. So I think that's I don't necessarily agree with that. I don't know how y'all feel about that, but if I know you for 1 year and I'm committing the rest of my life to you, I ain't even see you in every season. So I think that's one thing that affects marriages.
I don't even think it's the amount. I mean, it is important, some amount of time, but the fact that people could still change over time, like it could be 6 years or 7 years down the line, and the person just changed totally. So I think the key is like, can we actually not grow apart? Can we do, no matter what it takes? Can we make sure that we don't grow apart?
I hear you, Goku, but one of the big things that changes relationships is death in the family, right? So you can have a family member that's kind of like the bonding, right? Because a lot of African Americans, it's like big mama, grandma, right? Grandma kind of keeps the family together, right? So let's say she has a father. She has a father and he's a great guy, and she gets to utilize him whenever she wants to talk about you. Hey, dad, my husband, I'm going through this, right? And he's that pillar that helps her. If her dad then dies, it changes your relationship with her. You know what I mean? Because she's gonna need you differently now, right? Because she had a father passed. Now she's not only looking for a husband anymore. You know what I mean? So it's like we change when important people in our life pass, and then your relationship with your partner is gonna change too, and it might change for the better. Might change for the worse. So that's spooky. But it's not gonna stay the same.
Yo, listen, man. I don't know if you guys know this, but when you travel around the world, God forbid you and your partner get into an accident somewhere, someplace, on some island. When the ambulance come to pick you guys up and bring you to the hospital, if you're not a spouse, you cannot see that person. You cannot talk to that person. You'll probably never see them again if they have really serious injuries. So remember these things.
Absolutely.
That's
when
facts.
You say like, "Oh, yo, I don't believe in marriage,"
That's facts.
because it's not in America. It's totally different.
Mm-hmm.
Marriage is not really seen as a that much of a beautiful thing because the divorce rate is so high.
Mm-hmm.
When you go to other countries, marriage is one of the most sacred things because not only are they married, but they have made an agreement that no matter what, no matter how many times you cheat, no matter how many times you fuck me over, no matter how many times you get me upset, we are going to work together to make it work, no matter what. And that's what true marriage is about. So when you go to these countries and certain things happen, this is where legally marriage will help you out. This is where legally you need to be married, and especially if your girl just got into a car accident and you can't find her. You need to tell her, you know what I mean? You need to figure out what hospital she's at and you need to give them information. They are not giving you anything if you're not married.
That's facts.
So I don't know how much you love your ladies, but when you take them to another country, especially if you're retiring in another country, then you have to take all of these things into account. So marriage is not the worst thing.
Yeah, another thing I'll mention is when it comes to your pension, right? You work 20 years, you get the pension. You have a lady that you didn't marry, you died, she doesn't get half your pension, so she can't get your pension to take care of your children because you guys had a bond that wasn't with the government. You had a personal bond, right? But if you married her and you died, right, then she'll get half your pension to be able to take care of your children with that. So, so there's a lot of, it's not as easy as we have this thing going on and it's all good. It's like, it's a real discussion. And it's a tool. Marriage is a tool in America. And, it's a business tool. So you got to really look at it.
Use it the right way. You might live in a happy, contentful life.
Absolutely. Yeah. You know, one thing I thought about the marriage stuff too. When you go to the doctor and you put like emergency contact, what you want to keep putting your mother for your whole life? Like, I be thinking about that all the time. I'm like, damn, I'm still put my mom. This is not cool, but I'm about to be 30. It's crazy. I think about that all the time. Bro.
It is crazy. You be like, damn, I gotta grow up.
Mm-hmm. Oh, for sure, bro.
What do you guys think about that though? What you just said, like yo, I'm like 30, man. It's like that was the only thing I kind of hated about marriage. Like everyone had this perception that's like you gotta get married.
Bro, we could get married at 40 and have kids at 40 or 35. It's not ideal, but I'm just saying like we could.
I know what Goku talking about because we both Nigerian.
Yeah.
And they put that pressure on you, like go and marry. What haven't you married? Yeah. But my grandmas and them, they kind of chilled out on it because they look at the state of marriage now and they look at the country and like, okay, James, I kind of get it now. But it used to be pressure. Definitely when I went home to Nigeria. And I have my child's mother, like my folks back at home, they were like, James, you ever married your child's mother? What is wrong with you? We don't do this in our family. And then, you feel a way, you're like, man, I get it, because that's just how they did it at home. You married and you took care of them. And I'm like, man, the States are a little bit different. It's like, man, because it's a transfer of power and it's a transfer of trust. And you look at someone like, man, I don't know, man. I'm not perfect. I'm not gonna say I figured it out. But I look at my folks and be like, they give me that shame eye, and I know he gets that shame eye too when they look at you. Go do something with your life.
My mom, American. I get that. American moms be on that too.
And then they make fun of you too. Like, how do you eat? Because when you're married and you're African, your wife is cooking and she's nourishing you and she takes care of you. Like, you go back home.
See, women look at that as slavery here, though.
That's what I've been trying to tell them. Like when I go back home, as soon as I walk through the door, they're like, James, have you eaten yet? Right? I might have a 16-year-old niece. First thing she do is she put a bowl in front of me. She grab my hands and she wash it. She wash my hands in the bowl. You know what I'm saying? Take my hands, wash my hands in the bowl, make sure I'm good. Bring me my plate. I might not even be hungry, but they already doing that. I'm trying to tell them that's not here. Yeah. But you trying to get me in.
Yeah, women are trained to be submissive in Africa for sure. It's crazy too. Sometimes men overdo it. They abuse it. Like I don't want to say too much, but I've had family members that would call their woman like from the room to come and get the remote in the living room that's next to the TV for them to turn the TV on, bro.
Wow. That's
I promise you, man. But yeah, man, women are just trained to just submit all the way.
They don't like that word, man. That word in America is dirty, man. So so I say I don't.
It's like a cuss word.
Yeah, it's a cuss word. Like that's just like slavery. So it gets crazy.
Yeah.
So I don't use that word. I don't even use the word feminine woman. I say welcoming. Because now that word feminine is, you want me to be weak.
But on the flip side, look at some of the dudes that be asking for submission though. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
So it's problems on both sides.
That's facts. It's a lot of I would say the cost of living has changed a lot of things, because I know a lot of women want guys to run that household in order to give them that power and say, hey, I want to give you full autonomy over everything, but I want you to take care of majority, like my granddad did. Yeah. Unfortunately, a loaf of bread ain't 10 cents no more. Yeah. And,
but that's why it
costs a little bit. So
I feel like dudes shouldn't even really consider that until they got it together to where they can run the household.
Yeah, you're fair enough.
Just the grind, and then unless you find, I didn't know you had a girl, but unless you find somebody special, just grind until you get to a certain point where you can really take care of her and the family.
What's a certain point? Is there a price amount on that point?
Could be. It depends.
It's their cost. And you know we're in DC, you know it costs to live here, boy. It costs. And I've heard a little joke where the ladies might say, I could pay bills, I can help you with the bills. It's either or. There's like I can help you with the bills or I can be faithful. Pick one. Like like if I help you, then
that's just an old mindset.
So it's like
luckily every woman don't think like that.
Yeah, it's not every woman. It's a
woman that think.
It's a loud minority. That's what I call it, a loud minority. So it gets kind of crazy a little bit. Man.
I think the solution is very simple.
What's that?
Just go to another country.
Yeah, that sounds very.
Go to another country.
That sounds. Yeah.
Elaborate on that.
You have life, bro. You're not tied to this country. Yeah, you're not strapped down and tied to this country, bro. You can go anywhere around the world and experience life. Absolutely. So if obviously it's too expensive here, or it's very whatever it is that's making you uncomfortable, you be like, fuck that shit, I'm out. You go somewhere, you go to many different places and experience that shit. Be like, I don't like this place. I don't like this. Is the place right here. Yeah. And then you stay there for as long as you want, and you do the same thing again.
It depends.
I ain't gonna feel that shit. Yeah, I ain't gonna front. That was one of the advice my mom used to give me when I was younger. She's like, yo, if you do get married, make sure you go back to your country. And she would say, yo, you don't gotta worry about it. They clean for you. They'll have the food ready, blah, blah, blah. And I'm still skeptical till today because I always used to tell her, like, that's not true love. So what do you guys think about that? Like, if a guy goes to, like, another country to get that woman and marry her, is that, like, true love, though?
That love thing you talk about, like, I think that true love stuff is like Disney movie type stuff. When people say true love, it's like a Disney thing. It's like, I think we meet people and we put all everything on the table, right? And if it matches and makes sense, hey, this is the baggage I come with, this is the baggage you come with. We turn the cards over, and if we can work with each other and move on through life, and it's beautiful, let's do it. And we do it contractually, because true love it's not going to be contractually. You know what I mean? If you're talking about true love, like it's a Disney movie, like it's not going to be,
So you're saying that situation of going to a whole nother country and finding a woman and marrying.
That's contractual. That's contractual, and it makes sense. Hey, you need resources. I have resources. Here's my baggage. Here's your baggage. Can I handle that? Yeah, and we say, hey, you, because eventually, right? Unfortunately, most of us, it's 90-something% of us, I need somebody to take us to dialysis. I need somebody to take our insulin shots. One of the beautiful things that happened over the holidays is I went to go meet my folks in Michigan, and they all in their 70s, right? And she yelling at them, but she's still taking them to dialysis. She's still taking them to meet his doctor, you know what I mean? They go back and forth and handling business. They're living on a fixed income, you know what I mean? And they still argue, but they still do their duty. For me, I like respect and duty. Meaning, no matter how much you're mad at me, when I wake up in the morning, you still do your duty. Meaning, if you cook breakfast every day, you still do it. If I pay the bills, I do this, the routine stays the same. Just because you're mad or you're upset that morning before, that's what I think it's about duty. All that love stuff, I just like respect, really. I just care about respect. What you think?
What you think, bro? About what I just asked.
Love is one of the most beautiful energy on this planet. And we are destined to love each other, period. Whether you put two of the same sex in the same room or two of opposite sex in the same room, they'll either be friends or lovers, because it's destined for us to share that type of energy. So it's inevitable for people to come together. But the problem is the system that has been created for us to come together. It makes it a little difficult for us to, for example, like you said, you want a lady to cater to you a little bit more. How can she cater to you more if she works 12-hour shifts? You know what I mean? She might be tired too. You work 14 hours, she works 12 hours. You tired, she tired too. So, yo, can't go give me that. Nigga, I just came from work too. Yeah. It's like how you can't go into the sun and expect it to be cold. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like you're setting yourself up for a trap. If certain things that you want in life, that you set a goal and you're yearning for that goal to be accomplished, you got to lean towards where that goal will help you to accomplish it. So go towards any areas or lean or support or help to just move in the direction that helps you to get to that goal. You feel me? Don't go the opposite way. So,
Gotcha.
What you think about love and being in love? Is that a thing? Is that an actual thing, or is it like a Disney movie?
No, it's definitely an actual thing. I agree with what you just said, but the only thing about it is a woman, she's not really gonna love you if you're not providing or under certain conditions, right? So if just being honest, like if you if you taking care of her, you taking care of all the bills, and you get to a drought, the pandemic hit, the gyms closed, and that bread not coming in, does she still love you? Ooh. Now there are women who will still love you. They either gonna understand your situation, they're gonna motivate you to get back on your feet and do that. But it's a lot of women who's gonna be like, "Fuck you," real talk. It's real talk. So it's just like you just gotta really and you really gotta vet the partner that you choose. That's why I was saying like you can't marry somebody after knowing them for 1 year or 2 years. I feel like that's why a lot of marriages fail too. So,
but
that's just
the pushback on that for the ladies is when we like shit, okay, that's the pot. There's another man waiting. I'm getting older. What you talking about? We in year 2, and you got me. You ain't gonna marry me. What? No, but I'm saying, see, and what you gonna tell her?
I think that should just be a conversation that should be had.
Yeah.
By a certain amount of time that y'all together, and it seems as if y'all are going to be together for a long time, then you have a conversation. If you know if her goal is to get married or not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then you let her know your time frame for where you want to have a relationship tested to see if this would be the situation for you to really make that decision.
And
you know what I mean?
At the same,
have a conversation about that.
Yeah, at the same time, I'm not asking nobody to sit around and wait.
So she can go if she want to go.
Not on no savage stuff, but like she can. She can.
After 1 year, you like, but the pushback would be if she can go, then you never really love her. Did you really love her if you let her go?
Point. Yeah.
And then let me ask you this though: do you think you have to play house to vet a woman, or can you marry her without being like? Because I know a lot of Africans, they'll marry a woman without living with her. It'll be like they dating, and then go into a marriage. Or do you think in modern time now you have to like play house, like live with a woman to actually know who she is? I fought, man.
Yeah.
No. I was asking, do you think you have to live with a woman to know who she is, truly is?
I don't think so.
So you can do the like separate apartments, separate condos, and go through the process.
I think I can do that.
Yes, you have to live with the woman to see how she is, and she has to live with you to really know who you are. Because we all have different patterns, but you won't be able to see those patterns unless you actually live with a woman. Especially because a lot of women nowadays put on a whole bunch of different facades besides the makeup.
That's a good point, bro.
That is a good point. Outfits that sometimes look like costumes and stuff like that, because maybe that's what they felt like that day. Maybe that's what this.
And
she
could be nasty. Like
you just
that is true.
You gotta vet carefully.
That's true.
See, Mark, I remember when the butt implants was getting popular, right? And I remember you was training around that time, and it was like the women were making big decisions. Right. Trainer versus Dominican Republic, and I remember you used to post about that, man.
All the time.
You're like, damn, man, you gonna get the trainer, you gonna get the bot, How did you navigate that era? Are we still in that little era right now? Where like,
yeah, we definitely still in that era.
Still in it.
So a lot of things. One thing the ladies don't understand is when you get that surgery, your habits can still catch up to you. You can still gain the weight. You can still gain excess fat, even though you have a surgery, because you never trained your body and your mind to change your food choices, your habits, your working out schedule. You never got that discipline. So I see it all the time. I see girls go get the surgery and they end up fat again. So it just I just think if you are going to get cause I'm not going to bash the surgery. I ain't got time to be dealing with with all that
body shaming.
That ain't even body shaming. But if you do want to get surgery, you should develop a fitness and health lifestyle first.
What's funny? They have the stats for it. It's 1 out of 3,000 in deaths. You know what I'm saying? And it's funny because if you had a 1 out of 3,000 chance of dying going outside, most people stay in the house, because it's like that stat is crazy. 1 out of 3,000 stat. If that was for anything else, people were like, 1 out of 3,000 in the house, But they do it though, man. So, peace and love, nobody shaming here. Some of them look good, some of them don't.
You think they do it? You think the ladies get their surgery for it themselves, or you think they get it for men? Because what they saying they're not getting it for us, and to me that's a damn lie. So
that's definitely cap.
Gotta be.
Because I mean, you only get to see yourself how many times?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like it's like for us, and that's why I said I say this. I don't do it for the looks. When I train, it's like I'm addicted to training.
Yeah.
Like I want to feel the pain and I want to do more. I want to be able to do like 15 handstand push-ups. I just want to get stronger. So like the looks just comes with it.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Yeah. So in that situation, it's definitely for other people's eyes. Because you only get to see yourself that much time, and you must have saw yourself a couple times and was like, shit, I do not like how I look, and you fucking you changed your body, and it's okay.
Yeah, I also think it's like trying to cut in line, so to speak. They think it's gonna be like an easier life, and I think what they don't recognize is that there's fuckboys on every level. It's like Mortal Kombat. You beat one level, you get to another level, there's another boss up there. So no matter how you enhance yourself, you're gonna get there, and you're not gonna be the queen of butts. There's gonna be somebody is gonna be a fuckboy that's still gonna run game on you. It's just a new class of fuckboy. So regardless, that's how I look at it.
I don't think we could really say that.
But. No, I'm saying I feel like they're cheating because they feel like once they get the butt enhancement, they're not gonna have to deal with a certain type of guy, right? Because they're like, I don't have to deal with this no more. Now I'm here. But what I'm saying is, yeah, you're here now, but there's a new boss, there's a new enemy. You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't change anything. It's kind of like when rich people say, every time they get rich, they find out there's another guy who's richer. And they say now they're just the richest, they're the poorest guy in this new mansion, in this new neighborhood. You get some paper, you move to what's that spot out here that everybody rich go to? Anyway, you move up there, and now you realize you're the poorest guy in that new neighborhood. So that's how I feel.
Feel that.
Well, I don't think these ladies fully do it for themselves or for anyone else, but they're hypnotized to believe this will give them a better lifestyle. So because of that alone, that is why they do it. If you look at the statistics of the ratio of the women that get their body done, or just look at the women that get their body done, a lot of times, you can compare these looks to a transgender woman, and unfortunately, it seems as if that's where the origin of these things came from. But women go and get these things done because it definitely attracts men. So it's just a hypnotism, man.
Hypnotism.
Yes.
Yeah.
Consumerism, hypnotism.
Yeah.
The system. Matrix.
Right.
Yeah. I'm gonna touch on the story because I know this person doesn't watch YouTube and they're on Instagram. A friend of a friend got his wife lipo, and he should have talked to us first. He's one of those guys who, like, once they mess with women, they isolate themselves from men, which I don't understand those guys who do that. Anyway, so he kind of isolated himself from men or whatever. But because I would have told him either get the lipo with her or don't get it with him, right? So anyway, got the lipo for her, and he's a heavy dude too. As soon as he got the lipo for her, she wanted to test that market out. They started arguing more. They started going through the he paid for it. They started going through the little things, and I knew what would happen, but he didn't tell me. If he told me, I would tell him, hey, homie, don't do it. So anyway, now they going through a little divorce joint, because she wants more space. I'm sorry if you ain't listening. Anyway, she wants more space, but I would have told him, and if he stayed with the bros a little bit, I would have told him that, homie, the moment she loses that, there's a new bracket, and she wants to test that new bracket, that new attention. So if you're not going to get it with her, or go to the gym with her, or do it with her, whether you're going to get the lipo with her, then you just can't do it like that. So yeah, so now it's rocky right now. So hopefully fellas learn from that one.
Do you think it was his fault or her fault?
100% his fault. And one of the things I chastise him about is, homie, once you got a girl and you got this family thing, you started just talking to her side of the family, and you around a lot of women, right? And there's nothing wrong around a lot of women, but have the guys around too. Because if you had checked in with the guys, would have grabbed you by the shoulder and said, "Hey, what you doing over there?"
Honestly, I don't really agree with that portion of it, because honestly, if I'm married, I wouldn't really see my guys like that anymore neither. The reason why I say that is because when I'm like old, y'all not gonna be around, so I'm not gonna expect.
You pick that phone up.
Wait, I can agree to disagree with what you said, bro. Because
yeah, but still though, you know what I mean? Like I'm married, man. I'm about to spend the rest of my life figuring this woman out. I want to see y'all.
Yeah, but you still man. Man. Like that's that. And there was a I can make a good example. Man.
Go ahead.
There was this kid I had staying with me, and when he suddenly had a girl, he used to be with us. Training with the boys and shit. When he had a girl, it's just like that whole dynamic changed, and he started making decisions that didn't really like help him in the long term. So I feel like even if you have a girl, you still gotta be around your boys,
because you're gonna be around her girls.
Exactly.
Her girl, maybe her mother. So now you're around 3-4 women, because when you're around a girl, you're not just around her. You're around her sister. You're around her.
Or even if you're not even around her sister, as a man, you still gotta be around men so that you can be able to make. Like, you can talk about things and make some logical decisions. You know what I'm saying? You can't just.
Yes, we do.
Another man for that.
You do.
Oh, yes, we do, bro.
You need yourself.
And man,
I don't need none of you guys to make a logical decision for my damn self. If I need you guys, then I'm fucking up as a man. Literally. I can't sit down. Oh, if it's not for you guys, I won't work out. If it's not for you guys, I won't. Feel me? But that's how people live. That's how it will be.
It's not necessarily people making another decision for you, but sometimes you just gotta hear another opinion, and you come up with your own shit. Like you could have an opinion on something.
No, you don't.
No, I'm just saying though.
That's the thing. Listen, rich people do not give a fuck about other people's opinion.
They do. They talk to other rich
people. Listen. Rich people. They do not want to hear your opinion unless you're rich. And then that circle is small. So it's only a few people that's giving you their opinion. Yeah. They're not allowing. You see how everybody's giving an opinion right now? That won't be the case.
That's the point I'm trying to make. You gonna go to. If you're rich, you're going to go to your rich friends.
Yeah, specific.
If you fitness,
that
you're
men.
Going to go to your
better men, bro. Not rich people that are women, bro.
That's what I'm saying. You're going to go to your circle.
Yeah, bro.
You want, hey, Goku, let me holler at you real quick. What you think about XYZ? Goku could tell you some shit. Bam will tell you some shit. You ain't got to listen to him, but you going to at least analyze it.
Bro, he acting like him. He told me.
I know he's talking.
I tell my guys some shit.
I'll talk to him about it, man.
But we also gotta be accountable, because we as men tell our guys some shit, and then you go to your girl and tell your girl some shit.
That's not the conversation.
This is real. This is fully facts. So y'all can't say, oh, because you said something to your boy, that means that he's now, you know what I mean? Nah, because you'll go to your girl and tell her something that's obviously not supposed to be telling her about your boy or some shit like that.
Change the conversation to be right, bro.
I'm not changing the conversation.
Because what we were talking about was him only being around women, right? Because when you're around your girl, you're around her best friend, and you're around other ones, right? So if you don't have men around, you got this feminine energy, and you need another point of view. Like Mark was saying, it's not that you're going to take your guy's advice as the truth, but you just need another male point of view to say, and then you come up with your own conclusion.
The best relationships that I've ever seen, the woman don't need another woman to be there for you to say, oh, her girlfriend is going to be there as well. You said that her girlfriends is gonna be. You're gonna have to deal with her and her girlfriends. So let's delete that. Let's delete that because the best relationships that I've seen, that man is her best friend.
Man, I don't believe the
Can I
man.
please finish? Can I please finish if you don't mind?
Cool.
Please. That man is her best friend. She goes to him and tells him everything. Not only does they talk about everything, he tells her about the women that he loves or likes or wants or seeks. And they share these things with each other. And then on top of that, guess what? Their relationship gets even stronger. She's super submissive. There is no question. There is no doubt. There is no thought. It's just 1, 2, 3. Adaptation to that only movement, and that's it. There is no, oh, let me go tell my boys, oh, let me go tell my girls, because all that shit is deleted. Because these people are only focused on themselves and working for themselves and making sure that themselves as a unit work for the rest of their life, bro.
And what percentage relates to that? You said that best. What's that? 0.0001%?
Any relationship that I've seen like that always has been one of the most beautiful relationships that I've seen.
But at the same time, when you really love a woman, this applies to women loving men too. When you really love somebody, you can not think logically. You do some stupid shit.
Like be together with them forever?
That's not what I'm talking about.
So what do you mean?
Well, I'm saying like you could be like
by her life.
A woman could be in a relationship and a dude putting her hands on her.
That's not
putting his hands on her, and she's not thinking logically because she loves him, but she might need one of her girlfriends to be like, "Yo, girl, the fuck are you doing?
That's just not a healthy situation."
That's what I'm saying. But sometimes
she don't need anyone to tell her that.
Energy.
She knows that.
You need.
She don't need that.
She don't need that.
You
never been in a relationship where like shorty might have been disrespecting you. She might have cheated on you or something. Yes. But you were so in love that your all the logic in your head wasn't working.
Yes.
You might have needed Bam to be like, bro, you tripping, bro.
Can I give you an example? Yeah. I've been in a relationship where everybody and my mother told me don't be with that person. Mm-hmm. But because I was so in love, I didn't give a fuck about what they said. It didn't even matter if they told me don't be with them. Yeah. It was on me. It was on my emotional standpoint and who I am to make that decision and be like, you know what? I don't want to be with that person anymore. It didn't matter if you or any one of you guys said anything.
You're 50% proving my point. Though.
You have to. What I'm saying is, sometimes people can help you to support you in these ways. Whereas I'm not denying that. Yeah. But you don't need no one to tell you that. You been knew that shit was unhealthy. You been knew you should have left that girl alone because she was been crazy from day one. If you want to deny the fact that that's real, then you're lying to yourself.
What he's talking about is her being crazy from day one. He's saying that he's so in love that there's a situation that he's not seeing logically because the love is overshadowing that situation.
And that's not real.
She's not crazy.
That's not real.
No.
I'm saying that's not real. For example, when you get to know a person, especially in the beginning, depending on what your intentions are, you know what the person falters at. Sometimes we let those things go because our intentions are a little bit more, we're a little bit more greedy with our intentions than really trying to get to know that person and understanding why this is a fault for them. And then because of that, okay, boom, we now got what we wanted in that goal of getting our intentions met. It's met now. Oh shit, wait a minute, this girl is like this. I don't like that. Now you only met with that fault that you didn't want to accept. Whose fault is it that now you're still in that situation trying to figure out why you're dealing with this situation? That's your fault.
It's our fault. We're taking fault for it.
100%.
We're taking fault for it. But it still take the bro. I give it personal.
100%. Wait, hold on, man. Right, I'd love to read a comment and also then say something. Yeah, because he's telling me to read the comment. So, Broly, brotherhood is important. No woman will understand you more or treat you the same way your homies would. Brotherhood creates more masculine energy. Now, I'm gonna ask you this, bro. Can you talk? Can you comfortably talk to your girl about certain things that you could talk to your homies about?
Yes.
Stop the cap.
Yes, I got this. Yes.
Stop the cap. Yes. Yo, I need a little sound, DJ. Stop the cap.
Listen. Don't get me wrong. It might be uncomfortable. It might be uncomfortable. Yes, it might be uncomfortable to have these conversations because you know what I mean. It's a little bit. You don't have no worries about a consequence when you're talking to your boys. But when you're dealing with your girl, you know what I mean. It might be a little uncomfortable, but it's better to have those conversations. I'm telling you, son. Yo, man, it's crazy, son.
Come on. Yeah,
I'm telling you, son.
It's better.
Yeah, boy.
Listen, man.
If you like girls, if you whatever you think your flaws are as a man, you let her know these things, and maybe you never know what can happen. A closed mouth never get fed, boy. You have a conversation with a girl, she better understands you for real, then you might be in a situation where you're more happy because you guys can be honest with each other. But we're going into situations with just lies, and we want to build a relationship off of these lies and expecting the truth to just not want to be free.
So if you can't approach your close, like your 4 closest male friends, why are your male friends if you can't have certain conversations with them you can't have with nobody else?
I'm not saying that you can't have conversation with your male friends. I just know that for me, this is temporary. You feel me? And I don't mind that because you guys are men.
Temporary? What's temporary?
Men, we all here talking all this type of shit.
This conversation.
For me, no, just this type of like
men
this type of like energy period of us doing this and just things of these nature. For me, this is temporary. It's a point in time in my life where I do this because there's gonna be a point in time in my life where I don't do this. I don't want to see no men, unless they're like my son or something like that in my life. I don't want to see him, bro. Real talk, because I just want to be chilling on an island, different islands, with my woman, with my family, doing things, bro. I don't want to stop to, bro. What are we gonna talk about? What?
Shout out to Stay Creative for donating.
Shout out to my brother Stay Creative, man.
We gotta have you pop in here one of these days, bro.
Now, real talk, bro.
Man ain't went to no high school reunions. He's like, I want to see
y'all. I'm old. I'm an old man. I don't want to see y'all no more. I don't want men coming around me trying to compete or none of that shit with me and none of that shit, bro.
It's cap.
My homies is my homies, bro. They gonna be my homies for the rest of my life. But I got like some of my high school friends, middle school friends, college friends. I don't talk to them niggas every day, but them still my guys. Like we gonna meet up at least once a year, like kick it. You know what I'm saying? It ain't just like because I moved on in life. It ain't like.
And you think
I'm not saying.
You think your woman not gonna have friends, bro?
What do you mean?
She not gonna have homies. Her girls ain't going nowhere.
Bro, she can have her friends. I don't care. My worries is not about her friends. My worries ain't about none of that, bro. My worries about me being content in my life. If her friends being there helps me to be content, then I don't mind it, bro. Believe it or not, I'll pay for them all to come out. We all on the beach chilling. This nigga is the OG. I don't mind that.
I think if you're around a lot of women like that, and you haven't been around men a lot, you're gonna have feminine characteristics when it comes to thinking and how you okay,
for sure.
Okay, let's talk about this though. Look at men who were raised by women with no older brothers in the house. They have a lot of feminine views, right? I'm saying raised by, like look at the bros who have like 2 sisters, no dad at home, no older brother. And in that house, it takes like the military or some other guy to grab them and say, hey, homie, I get it. You've been around a lot of this, but let me help you navigate these waters that you never seen, that your big sister can't help you, that your mom can't help you with. You know what I mean? It's not that you don't love your mom anymore, not that you need these guys more than you need your family, but you have these feminine ways of thinking about things. You know what I'm saying? Let me get you out of that for me. That's all I'm talking about.
And no matter what stage you're on in your life, you're always going to need advice. You're always going to need to learn. And you don't want to be just learning from a woman, just from a woman. Like, you want to balance it out.
That's it. That's what I'm saying, the balance.
When you 50 and stuff like that,
yeah.
How you going to balance? What you going to be balancing out?
What you mean?
When you're 50 years old, where we going to look up at? I'm going to come to your crib?
Nigga, we gonna be shit. Yeah, bro.
You think I'm gonna come in your crib when I'm 50?
Still gonna be doing this.
What we gonna do?
We doing,
it's 50 years old.
My pops be linking with his friends all the time, bro.
The only way, listen. The only way I'll link with the bros. The only way I'll link with the bros, bro, is the only way I'll link with the bros is if we traveling. Son.
They do that too.
So you're not gonna be traveling at the age of 50.
That's what I just said, bro. If we traveling places, then we can link up, bro. But I'm not coming to y'all crib sitting down talking about old days. I'm not gonna be doing that, sir.
You're still linking up with your friends. Though.
All right, let me
listen.
Like this,
the only way we linking up because we talking about money, we building, we creating, we making,
like men things.
But come on, that's what I'm saying though. How many times do you chill with your friends to just sit down and chill?
What y'all doing right now?
That's what I'm saying.
Y'all creating.
At 50.
That's the point I'm trying to make. Y'all creating right now
at 50,
to get to a certain level. So when y'all 50, y'all can do certain shit that most 50-year-olds can't do.
That's the only thing I could do.
What you mean?
It's something that's productive to the pockets.
That's what I'm saying. That's what y'all gonna be doing.
If it's not productive to the
pockets,
right, but that's what I do right now, man.
I don't want to see y'all.
I don't think even right now in my life, I don't think I just hang out with people. You know if I'm hanging out with you, it's like we done did business together. And we hanging out.
Old folks talk about finance. Like,
yeah,
hey, man,
absolutely.
What tax code did you use for blah blah blah? You know what I mean? It's like, hey, you rich, I'm rich.
I lived in LA for 2 years. Them old heads definitely be linking up.
Yeah,
they got to know what's going on. Like,
so imagine they talking.
How you cleaning your money?
Yeah, imagine they talking business with all women though. That'd be crazy, man. A little crazy.
Listen, man. I only chill with you guys right now because it's about building. You know what I mean? So I'm living as an example, man. So at 50, if we ain't doing something there close to this with the dollar signs behind the shits, then y'all won't see the Brolinator, man.
Brolinator.
I won't see that.
Yeah, I respect that too, though. I respect that too. Because we done left a couple behind who ain't trying to get right.
Yeah,
a couple guys behind.
It's all right. It's all right.
I see you. I'm gonna show you some love, but
word.
Yo, on that same block.
My circle only be people that's on that type of time for real.
That's the thing, man. We ain't gonna be here. We ain't gonna be in each other's everything. You know what I mean? Absolutely. Forever. That person is your wife.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or for Goku Pump, your girlfriend.
Unconditionally.
We love her too, Goku.
Oh, no, I love her.
Yeah.
Word.
Oh man. What they talking about in the chat?
You don't necessarily need boys if you stick with your family. I agree with that, man. I definitely agree with that. And you have a big family, 15 kids, 25.
And you know what's gonna happen?
You don't got no time for boys, man.
When your daughter turns 13, you gonna call one of your bros up. Hey man, how you raised your girl? You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you this though. My daughter turned 13 this year. Damn, I just put that in there. My daughter turned 13 this year, right? And I talk to every guy with a daughter. I'm like, man, when you start giving her an iPhone, when you start letting it go on there, I need that help. I'm not trying to learn it from scratch. If I see your daughter move correctly and because you could tell it. You could tell if they still got that innocence in them. I'm like, he's doing a good job. I go straight up to her, like, hey man, what you doing? How many hours of TV does she get to watch it? Because I need that help, man. I can't. I know somebody who's like, I feel the story just to not get in trouble. I know somebody who it was a single mother, right? One of my close friends, he had his first child because the mother let him come in and spend the night, right? The mother of this girl let him spend the night. She said, you just got to sleep in the basement. Of course, he creeped up to the girl room and did whatever, you know what I mean? Because that's how mothers think. Oh, this boy can stay over here. He just stays in the basement, you know what I mean? So, he had his first child by creeping upstairs because there was no dad at home, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I got to ask those questions from men. Like, man, what are you doing with your daughter? How you doing this? You know what I mean? How many hours does she get to do this? What time she got to come home? Do you put the tracker on the phones? At that point, when you have a bunch of kids, you still gonna have to call a man and say, "Oh, daughter just turned 17 and thinks she like boys. How do I do this?"
Feel that? I feel like
advice in general, man. But somebody asked though. He told me to scroll up again. I'm gonna be real. Do you Bam and Broly think you would have been able to push as hard as? Sorry, I'm trying to see this shit. Do you, Bam, and Broly think you would have been able to push as hard without each other to be where you are without each other in that journey?
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's a very good question. Very good question, my guy. Adam. I'm gonna be real. Do you Bam and Brody think you would have been able to push as hard without each other to be where you are without each other on your journey? Well, I'm not gonna lie, man. Of course, I can't say that if it wasn't for my brother, I wouldn't be here. I mean, if I can't say if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be here. So that would be a lie. So, shouts to my brother from another mother. You know what I mean? Because with his assistance as well as energy, we are where we are today. You feel me? So
likewise.
So, but that has nothing to do with when I'm 50.
To me, why stop? It's like when people say, "Yo, when I'm 50, man, I ain't gonna be doing this and that no more, like or working out the way I used to or some shit." I don't know. But to me, why stop?
It's just like when you get married, bro. You gotta move on from that other chapters that you had in your life. You know what I mean? And then just focus on that chapter because that's gonna be the longest chapter that you ever had to deal with. You feel me? It's not even because you know what I mean. We boys, you know what I'm saying. So that's easy to. We already, especially if we already comparable in many ways and like minded or whatever, we gonna move right. It's not like that when you're dealing with the opposite sex. Y'all could have great intentions for each other, but it should still be rocky. You still gotta work on it. You know what I mean? So that's why you gotta commit yourself, especially if you're gonna be like, yo, I'm gonna get married or some shit like that.
So, brother, let me ask you something. You brought up a great point, right? When you're married, you're gonna isolate yourself. So I'm guessing naturally that means you cut off all the other girls. You cut them off completely, right?
All those other chapters gotta go.
Gone. And your social media changes a little bit at that point, right? Because you can cut off some stuff. Your phone changes, all of that. The reason why I'm asking this is because okay, you just keep it this. I'm asking that because there was this girl who got married, right? And I unfollowed her on social media because I beat, and I felt like respectfully, right? She should move on to the new chapter. She's married, and she DM'd me and said, "Hey, why you unfollow me?" I said, "Man, you married that. Like, take that new, and I told other girls that, and other girls were like, they're like, I still keep my old friends that I might have smashed 10 years ago, and that
that's crazy.
And they don't really like remove old pictures of like the old boyfriend and all of that stuff from like 2017. Is that normal?
I think that's okay.
It's okay for you. So if you marry a girl, right? Let's say you marry this one chick, you love her, whatever, right? And her old Instagram post got old men that might have came through, handled their business. She could keep all of them.
Like when you scroll down, right?
Yeah, like when you scroll down.
Yeah, because to me, this is what I do. I'm an influencer, right? And to me, it's like when you make a YouTube channel, you make an Instagram. It's still like a journal. It's like telling somebody like, yo, it's like her telling me, yo, you gotta delete all those old videos you did with shorties back in those days or whatever. It's like, nah, when you scroll down, yeah, but it's like, if she's reposting it, that would be a problem. But nah, I'm not gonna tell her, yo, you gotta delete those old pictures from years ago.
Then how is it a new journey if she has a diary of all of this? Is it a new journey or is it just you doing something?
I mean, to me, it's kind of like, because I can understand, because it's kind of like, yo, like social media is like, yo, if you wanted to really know about me, this is my story. You could scroll down and see who I was with. If something came, if let's say something just happened and the police or whatever, somebody needs to do research on you and they could scroll all the way down and find truth about you. Yeah, I don't think that's a problem,
Can they
bro.
come to your wedding? The guys that used to smash it, since they're friends and they're part of her journey and her diary.
If they're friends, like mad cool friends.
No, I'm saying they're part of her diary and her journey, right? That's who
That's
she
a
is.
different. That's a whole different.
No,
Well, hold on.
Something different.
You asked a whole something different.
No,
Her
but
coming to the wedding.
But you say diary, and we need to keep it. Like, why do we need to keep? Like, if we're moving on, why do we need it? When most people sell their old house when they buy a new house. Like, what do you
again, bro? I would say I'm an influencer.
We're not talking about influences. You're using who you are to determine what someone else should do. Everybody's not an influencer. You know how many influencers? Influencers are 3% of the population. What about the other 97? Or are you going to marry another influencer? Is that what you're saying?
No, it's not that I'm going to marry another influencer. I'm just saying the fact that I know for sure what I'm doing is like creating a journal.
Okay.
I can't tell somebody else whether they're influencer or not. It's like me going to the gym with me having my shirt off right now, bro. And then I'll tell my girl she can't wear certain shit to the gym. That's like so hypocrite. It sounds like I'm being a hypocrite, bro. You know what I'm saying? So like I'm always gonna be fair and balanced. I don't give a fuck. Like
I think that's impossible to be fair and balanced, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah. Well, like I'm gonna try my best to be fair and balanced. And in that situation, I'm not gonna tell you, you gotta delete the old pictures from fucking 5 years ago because of what.
Care about those pictures.
Yeah, bro. It's like those are irrelevant feelings.
Okay.
Irrelevant feelings.
I'm with that. Come tell me about my pictures, man. I'm like, listen, man. I don't got time for all that.
How about the iCloud?
Digging too deep.
How about the nudes in the iCloud? Does she have to delete those guys?
She can keep all that shit.
She gotta deal with. If she gotta see that shit all the time and deal with that energy when she see that shit, that's her fault. You feel me? If that make her go, if that make her go do something, make her go do it. Yeah. Do it now. Don't wait, man. Long. Just go do it now, so I can make sure I can leave your ass now.
And and just to be honest, bro, like I don't delete shit off my phone, off my social media once I'm in a relationship, or if I was to get married right now, I'm not gonna be like, yo, I gotta go and delete. I still have pictures from like years ago. I'm not gonna be like, yo, I gotta delete that shit.
What kind of pictures you talking about?
Pictures of me with my old girlfriends, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I got everything.
Yeah, I got everything, bro. That shit I can show my kids. Like, yo, son, my son, I'm dead ass.
But that's what he said. That's what he mean by saying.
It's a journal, bro. And that's just she can show her kids, the kids too. I don't give a fuck about that. Yeah, that's fine, bro. Shit, man, that's dope, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like
back in the days they used to have the photo album. Nowadays they got Instagram. So
yeah,
you know what I mean? You can use these platforms how you see fit. Some of us use it as a history book for our generations to come.
Yeah, man. I think I think it goes back to the topic of being like insecure. Like we have to break those little insecurities. We gotta, especially as men, we gotta focus on the things that actually matter. Like, why are you wasting your time trying to tell her to delete something from like old? Like, you could use your time to talk about something else. You know? Wise, yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Something productive.
Yeah, more productive for the relationship to even be better. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man.
If you're gonna waste your time, you might as well just sit down on the couch and eat some cookies and chips.
Yeah, man.
Get back. It's like, nah.
Yeah, man. I said cookies and chips.
Yeah, that's all.
Yeah, man.
Cookies and chips.
Yeah, man. Don't
red velvet cake.
Don't be spending your time worried about her, man. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's the problem with a lot of men nowadays, man. They be worried about everybody else. Yeah. What everybody else is doing. Their girl, with their moms, their sisters, their brothers, everybody except for themselves. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You got all these problems with your own bills, with your own all this extra shit, and you're not taking care of it. But you're about everybody else.
The bills come, boy.
Feel me?
That's the ops. I call the bills the ops. So people say the ops are like, yeah, ain't no ops like the bills. You can't kill them, and they come every 30 days.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Ops. Yeah, man. Let me go to some of the chats, man.
Yo, shouts to everybody that's been tuning in.
Yeah,
we
man.
appreciate you guys for supporting. Thank you for liking. Yeah. Thank you for subscribing. Make sure if you have forgotten to do these things, that you smash those buttons relentlessly.
Yes, sir.
Even if you dislike the video, comment down below. Let us know what you dislike about the video.
So somebody said if marriage means I can't chill with my bros without a shirt off every day, then I don't want to get married. Oh man,
I love you bros, man, but you know, when I'm like 60, 70, I'd rather just be with a girl. I don't want to see you guys no more.
I love girls.
I see you guys on a trip.
Hey, say you want to try?
Let's go on a trip.
Oh yeah, somebody actually asked, do you do call sessions?
Yeah, want to try one?
I mean,
Randall?
Okay. How does that work? Put your number in the comments, man. Okay.
If you have any questions, put your number in the comment.
Well, he's gonna put the number in the comments, and you give him a call.
It's gonna be we're gonna try it for the first
Listen,
time.
man. Listen. Only call this time, man. Don't be calling my.
Yes, bro. This is real. This is real.
Yo, call this girl. The number we using right now, you call this girl later.
No.
Why you sleep?
You smash it, girl.
Stop playing with me, man.
Hey, Valentine's Day is around the corner. Goku's girl is around the corner.
What do you guys got planned for Valentine's Day? You know, he got something grand that's planned.
My daughter's birthday, February 15th, so I just take her out, man. I don't do nothing.
That's dope.
I don't do nothing.
You don't watch romantic stuff?
Nah, that's Broly, man.
That's Broly? So guys, we were talking about this earlier, man. What do you guys think about if you're a guy, you know, you watch anime on your own, blah blah, and then you're with the girl, you decide to watch something romantic. Yeah. Is that a soft thing to do?
And drinking seltzer water.
Yeah.
With vodka.
You know, I think like goes back to what he's saying. This is why like Broly's like, yo, you know, I don't want to. I'm 50. I don't want to fucking be with you guys, man. You know, that's I can understand that part. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like there's certain things you do with the bros, and there's certain things you do with your women. You're not supposed to be fucking watching romantic stuff with your boys, bro.
Broly can't be himself when we're around.
Well, I'm just saying, bro. I don't think I'm saying I'm actually agreeing with Broly in this part. He's supposed to watch romantic stuff with the girl, and then
listen, man. That's the thing about me, man. I don't question my manlyhood. I don't question my none of that because I'm very confident with who I am. So I could watch whatever the fuck I want to watch at any point in time. I don't care if y'all there, here, up where, downstairs, whatever. If I want to turn on the TV and I see something that sparks my interest,
sparkles,
I'm watching it, boy. You know what I'm saying? It could be a romantic comedy. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? I like to see people in love that's funny. Why not? You feel me? I don't care. If you guys don't like it,
I don't know.
Y'all can have a conversation about it.
If you want to watch kids,
that don't mean that's gonna change.
I don't think.
You know what I'm saying?
We should be in the judging factor. The world is changing. You know, we're more open minded than we ever was. If you want to put on some pink and watch Care Bears, I don't. You know, who am I to say anything? You know, shouldn't judge your masculinity. You know, you're 100% correct.
You sound like one of the attackers.
What are you talking about?
One of the attackers.
You sound like one of the attackers. But it's okay, my brother.
Anybody call a name?
Not yet. But it's okay, bro. Because we as men have to hold on to our masculinity. It doesn't matter what any man says, any woman says, what anyone else says. If you feel strong about something, you die for that shit. You heard?
Yeah.
That's mad. You feel me? I will die for whatever I want to watch or do or just being myself. Like, you know what I mean? So you should do that same thing.
Yeah. But live your truth.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's why, you know, when people, this goes back to when people are saying, yo, you're a simp for just giving compliments. It's like,
what you think about?
You gotta put the number, bro. The number's not up there.
You put it there? I don't see it.
You know what's funny, bro? this is how I came up with this conclusion for me to help me get into the confidence that I have created at the peak of that journey, bro. I worked in the industry as a chef, and while being a chef, I had a boss at that time whom he was gay.
Okay.
And from my experience watching him and how he dealt with other people, because now he's the boss, so people have to respect him. They can't really do anything about his presence because he pays them, so they have to be respectable. And I've seen this brother doing some crazy, horrendous stuff, bro. Very weird. But the funny thing is to me is that he had all the confidence in the world to still go about his ways, even though he was so different. Right? And then I walk outside, bro, and I realize myself, I wasn't being real. Immediately, I felt emasculated because a guy whom is being called or looked at as a gay guy is being himself. He feels as if he could be himself more than a person that's supposed to be straight walking down the street. And I see this all the time. Doing all this extra moves. Some of them move like girls, more confident than women move. And I get fascinated. I'm like, wow, the confidence these guys have. So instead of like judging them and saying anything bad about it, I learned to respect it in a different way. Because if they were going to be confident and that's them being a man, then if I'm a real man, there is no way in hell any single day that appears that I won't be myself. Because no other man that's soft in that way can be more manly than me. So I started to live in that realm of having more confidence in what I want and who I am. Because there's people outside that I look outside all the time that don't look as if they need to have confidence, but yet they're walking around with the most confidence. So I'm like, yo, listen, if these people look that crazy, doing all these crazy things, you know what? I'm just going to be myself because that's not crazy. That's just me being me. And guess what? Now I am who I am today, bro. Because of that, I will go in any gym, take off my shirt, work out in the corner, and don't even give a fuck about what anyone else thinks. And then that attracts people. Oh, yo, look at that guy over there. That guy is doing this. That guy is doing that. I want to be more like that guy or something like that. And then in different ways, I learned that, okay, I can attract people, not only attract people, but I can inspire people. So instead of using this for negative energy, I could put that confidence and help me help people and then help myself to even gain more confidence because I know that my intentions is pure.
That's facts.
I agree with everything you just said.
Good stuff. That's good stuff.
That was tough, man.
He get a good rant off every episode. He gets a nice little segment where he's in his vibe and he just.
Nah, he went off.
That's just a real true story. I told Goku Punk this a couple years ago because I was like, yo, bro, how can you be a man? And I went in a little bit more aggressively. But I said to him, how could you be a man and especially a straight man and say you be a man and then you see all these men out here that's being weak talking about they men. What is a man then, bro? You have to lead and show that example for other men. We gotta be that. I'm not no other sex. So what else I'm gonna do or be? That's just me being fake then.
That's a fact.
You feel me? So I can't do that. Never could be like that. So you know what I mean? And when you do that, bro, that shit is gonna help you gain confidence in yourself because you're gonna be like, yo, this is what I look like, this is who I am, this is who I be, this is my flaws, and this is what I need to work on.
That's right.
So that was the scenario that made you gain your confidence?
Yeah, bro. And I quit that job. Word. I quit that job, bro. And after that job, mind you, I was making $500, $700 every week. I left that job in New York City. I left that job. I started to do, after 2 months, I started to do electrical engineering after that. And I was making $30 an hour. So I made $790 something in one day. Yeah, bro. So it was a blessing, a definite blessing, and a beautiful lesson that I learned, and you feel me, applied to my life and never stopped.
Man, I ain't gonna front, man. What made me have confidence was Miami, man. The experience we had in Miami. That was yeah. Because like I said, I've always been a dude that just never approached women at all, man. Even though I was working out, I had a nice body. I just never approached women. But when I had to just do it for content, just to like, oh, somebody's calling? Okay. Huh? All right, let's go.
Yo, what's good, bro? How you feeling? Blessed, bro, blessed. Cannot complain because we have life, feeling blessed. Where you from? What's your name?
Okay, he local.
Yeah, I've met him.
My guy in DC.
I've met him. Shout out to my guy, Mr. Fish for All Sports.
Mr. Fish for All Sports in the building.
What's good, man?
Yo, bro, please accept my condolences, man, and keep your head up as you said, and keep up the good work, bro. Unfortunately, we have to deal with death, but it's also part of life, so it might be a blessing in disguise as well. So, accept my condolences, and I'm sorry to hear that, my brother.
Man, rest in peace to your grandma, man. Keep your head up.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, let's chop it up. What questions you got for us?
I like what he said as far as like being a man, being in yourself. What else? I definitely as a man, you could be responsibility as well. But make sure I would say make sure to a person that you trust. Definitely like the communication, having those conversations with. Also, to use your insecurities or your vulnerability against you, but know what you deal with. But as a man, that's wrong with expressing yourself. That's how you guys a lot of experience as well, though. But I just say be careful with who you express it with.
Yeah, that makes sense. What y'all think about that?
I love what he said. Be careful with who you express these things with.
Yeah.
It's very important that you are selective with the people that are around you. For me, as I said, if it wasn't for us doing something that is productive to all of us being able to grow, I wouldn't be here right now. So I've definitely taken time to make a selective decision on why I'm here and who I'm here with. So it's important to make that decision for yourself. You know what I mean? What you guys think?
Yeah, most definitely. You can't talk to everybody about everything, obviously. So you have to be, and that's why, and that's why it goes back to what I was saying too. You kind of do need men. That's why I say you need men around you, even if you get married to a woman, because you can't talk. You just can't talk to.
Can I tell you something, bro?
Yeah.
A lot of us who feel like this a lot of times because we were raised by a mother and not really having our fathers in our lives. When you've experienced both parents and you're taught how to deal with these situations in a different way instead of you going to a family or a friend to gossip about yourself or sometimes give them your kryptonite because people can only use things against you because you go back and tell them these things. So a lot of times you are your own biggest enemy when you do this. So you have to be very selective. Life is a game of chess. So you don't want to go around to everybody telling everybody all about your girl pussy, all about your experiences that you have with intimate situations, period. You know what I mean? You want to keep that to yourself or with your most special, vulnerable person in your life, your loved one. And I love and appreciate you guys. But it's just an understanding that I have when growing with a family, and not saying you guys are not my family, but something that I could see in the future at least. Whereas I'll possibly be able to build something stronger than even brotherhood. You know what I mean? Because it's another sense of intimacy.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah. And even to touch on what he's talking about, same thing comes when you're trying new business ventures, right? You know, the podcasting thing, the going live thing right now. The certain like me and Bam, we Africans, man. You can't tell African folks you about to do some podcasting. They're like, man, if you don't go to medical school and shut up. No, there's none of that. So I didn't tell nobody anything. I just, you know, because they're gonna discourage, they're gonna sit you down and be like, hey man, what is this podcast that you talking about, man? Go be a doctor, you know, go do go do some IT, go do some, you know. So yeah, I didn't share this because it would have been confusing. So you just don't share. So you don't have to go through the.
Hey, but you know what though?
What's that?
I appreciate what you just said. You speaking on part like your family, like you came to them, and you would come to them and you tell them certain things. You gotta understand that, and like we all we're different lands. Me and God put different stuff on the same thing that's in your heart, your mind. It wasn't their vision.
They can't see it.
So they not gonna see the thing, but you feel it. You know what I'm saying? When you feel it, you know it's truly you. You feel me?
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact, man.
Yeah, man, that's what it is. So you dead on. You right?
Mm-hmm. It's what we're meant to do, bro.
You remember I told you, bro, that words are spells, right? I told you this a couple days ago. When you are, say you are goal oriented and you set a goal that you want to accomplish, but it's obviously not really that obtainable. It's possibly one of the most challenging goals to reach. Just by you going and sharing this goal to other people, you can help those people to block your blessings. You understand what I'm saying? So that's why, like, even your friends, because your friends' intentions could be totally negative. Like, yo, I don't really like that person deep down below. I don't want them to pass me, or I don't want them to succeed before I'm successful. And that's just sending negative energy out into the universe, which can, if enough people doing that, can block your blessings.
Yeah.
So it's very important that you understand, or that we all understand these things and move towards our goals, but quiet, humbly. You know what I mean? You don't need to go telling everybody what you're about to go do, letting everybody know your game plan so they can know how they could kill you.
Yeah, that's
the quickest way to get something torn down. Sharing your vision and your dreams with other people. Just like he said, like that our vision isn't in their head, so
yeah,
there's really no point in sharing it because nobody really gives a fuck if you're not accomplishing it.
Yeah, their opinion don't even matter.
Yeah, they're thinking about their goals in their head. It's all about their goals.
And 9 times out of 10,
and that's even family. Fuck them.
Yeah,
what they think.
And 9 times the first one. 9 times out of 10, you listen to somebody who ain't accomplished it.
Yeah.
So why the fuck you listening to them?
Yeah.
And you know the world changed. I'm pretty sure when C. Mark told somebody you're gonna train somebody online, you look at them like, why would somebody let you train them online? You know?
I hear shit all the time.
You know, even when Uber started, right? You know, even when Uber started and they was trying to invest in Uber, people said, why the hell would other people pick you up in a car and someone would go into a stranger's car and drive something? It was like, it's the dumbest thing ever. You couldn't imagine people going in. No, but if you really think about it, if you're in the 60s, like, so you mean I'm going to pick up strangers, I'm going to stranger car, and you're going to drop me off in a destination? Like, you got crazy. So, yeah, somebody saw the vision and they made it happen, you know? So, but if the Uber, whoever invented it, if they shared it with someone, like, what? Pick people up and other people call. Like, just wouldn't make no sense. So, yeah, who you share with, you know, you just got to be careful, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Now we got people dropping off our food. Ain't that crazy? Somebody will grab your food for you and bring it. It's crazy. So, yeah, man.
Yeah. They can taste it for you.
Yeah.
Shit, man.
So anyway, man, let's get to it. We got any other callers? Everybody's scared.
Shit, man.
Everybody's scared.
Yeah, OG, thank you. Yo, OG, thank you for calling in. We're gonna tap back in with you on another night. We're gonna let some other callers come on
Oh,
the
for
line
sure.
as well.
For sure, I'm definitely getting with y'all. Y'all be serious, though.
Yo, thank you, OG.
Peace. Somebody else?
Yeah.
That call kind of fire, man. We gotta do this in the morning.
Man, if you want to call in, I know it's midnight. Night calls.
Saturday. What's Saturday? Friday.
Sunday now.
What's Sunday?
Sunday night.
Yo, guys, man. If y'all learned any lessons tonight, one of the things that I definitely learned was to love thyself. You know what I mean? Be in tune with thyself so I could improve thyself. You know what I mean? So I hope you guys could definitely share that energy.
I ain't gonna front, man. Today's conversation actually makes me want to get married, man.
Oh, because of the business tool type.
I've been convinced.
It took me a long time, man. Long years, man. Years.
Did I convince you to get prenup though, bro?
Oh yeah, that's for sure. Okay, so I'm convinced that I would get married though, for sure. Yeah, man. Definitely. Yeah. So this is good.
So next episode we're gonna do matchmaker for Goku.
Yeah. Stay tuned for the marriage video.
Oh, somebody else?
You got another call?
Oh,
there's another call.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get it. Hello.
Hello?
How you feeling, bro? How you feeling? What's your name and where you from?
I'm feeling pretty good, man. I'm feeling pretty good. I'm Adam, and I'm from the United States.
Oh, nice. Where in the States?
Maryland.
Maryland?
Oh.
Yes, sir.
That's dope, bro. That's hella dope.
Appreciate that.
You from
I have a couple questions, too.
What's up?
Hello. You about to say something?
No, go ahead.
Yes, I was going to say, I have a couple questions. The first one is, do you think men should do senior retention for years or do it for months or weeks or what?
Goku, that's you.
You want me to answer first and then Bro answer?
That's your special.
Go ahead, bro. How old are you, my brother?
I'm 19.
19. That's hella dope.
That's dope, man. So, honestly, bro, it depends on the situation that particular man is in. You know, if you're watching porn all the time, you don't know what to do with yourself. Of course, you need some type of control. You need to put yourself in a situation where you can control yourself. That's all semen retention is for. You want to be able to have some type of control over your sexual urges. So, yeah, I would say practice semen retention. Uh, you might need a whole year. You might need 2 years to get over those like urges of you not being able to control yourself. So if you have a problem as far as sexual urges, you know, as long as you need for you to control yourself. Now, if you're practicing semen retention, but you're not around women, you're not conversating with women, it's like you're kind of going against your nature as a man, you know. So I would just say be aware of that. And yeah, I'll end it right there.
So, my friend, I would like to ask, have you been practicing semen retention?
Yes, sir.
How long have you been practicing semen retention?
I took about 3 months and a half now.
3 months and a half. What is your goal? Yeah. What is your intention for setting or starting your semen retention?
I mean, I'll be honest with you. I think like it's just a lot of energy sometimes. Like the reason is because like I felt like my energy was low, and I wanted to have my energy like more upfront. You know, I want to be more direct with people. I want to have more energy and that kind of thing. Because you know, I believe vibration is real, right? So if you have like positive energy, it's upright. People can feel it. If you have energy that's kind of like low and, you know, just kind of like that, then people are going to feel that as well, you know?
So let me ask you another question. In these 3 months that you've been practicing semen retention, do you feel as if your energy level have changed?
Yeah. I'll be honest, yeah.
You find yourself more or less energetic?
Throughout the day, definitely more energy.
Okay.
More energy, yes. And a little bit more aggressive towards in certain ways.
What I could definitely imagine you being aggressive, especially at 19 years old. What is your status as far as school, work? You're in school?
I graduated school in June 4.
You graduated high school?
Yeah.
Are you planning on going to college?
Nah, it's not for me, man. I'm trying to have multiple businesses, and it's not really for me.
You're already saying you're trying, so that means you're planning on failing, no? There's no such thing as trying. Did you try to get up this morning?
You say it again?
Did you try to get up this morning?
Did I try to get up this morning?
Yes.
Yeah.
Nah, you got up this morning. You ain't trying to get up.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Yeah, yes, my brother, yes. So I would like to ask you one more question. What is your goals as far as money? How are you going to get to these businesses? What are you doing to get to that?
That's a good question. So there's a new business model called Ghost Commerce. And I'm also doing a bit of eBay drop shipping. The e-com store I'm running. I'm also planning on doing some of. I do a little bit of actually marketing on the side. I have a sales job as well. Yeah, a little bit of YouTube on the side too. I have multiple things I'm managing, but I really have to like. I'm struggling a little bit when it comes to time management. Because when you have like multiple side hustles you try to manage, it's a little bit hard. You really have like a good time management.
Well,
but yeah.
What I would advise you do, bro, is because you have too many things on your table, first of all. You should delete some of those things so you can make time for the things that's more important that will help you to make the bread, that help you get to the bag, that help you get to your future, whatever you work for that's you're passionate about. Delete the things that don't help you get to that point. And on this point at that time, you should definitely be practicing semen retention because it doesn't sound like you are financially stable to be in a relationship or trying to impress a girl with finances or experiences. So you gotta get your bread up and get your money right, and then you'll be able to not only have all these things, but it'll probably possibly fall in your lap. What you think?
I agree, for sure.
Hell yeah, bro.
Hey, real quick though, I got a sales background. What kind of sales are you in?
Yeah, so right now I'm doing home security sales.
Home security, that's not bad. What's the company?
Wait, let me remember the name. It's Safeguard Home Security.
So you can make like if you're good at it, you can make like 70 to 100K doing that. Brawley is right though. You got to kill like at least 2 of your businesses so you can focus on doing that one to make the bread to fund the business. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the one that makes the paper for you to fund the other businesses, and you got to kill like 2 of them. And I know it's hard, but the 2 that are most distracting, and you have to do so much work for, those are the 2 you got to kill. Because there's 2 of them that take up most of your time, but don't bring you any bread. You got to kill at least 2 of those ones, man.
I'm gonna tell you something funny, bro. I said this the other night. These ideologies, semen retention, no fap. What are some of the other ones, guys? Polyamory.
Yeah, polyamory. Yeah.
All of these titles are titles and things that poor people use. I don't mean to be funny, and I don't want to play anyone because I'm not in no position to sit here and be like, yo, I'm the richest guy in the world. But when you obtain a certain amount of money, you won't think about none of these things. You won't think about no more semen retention when you're a millionaire. When you're a billionaire, you won't think about these things. Trust and believe. You won't think about polyamory, semen retention, or none of those minute things when it comes to like living life. Because at the end of the day, it's really about you being happy, monopolizing and monetizing on your situation so that you can live the best life that you can live. So, I think we need to delete that adapt to a mind frame that is more on that higher level of playing field with who we are, and stop succumbing to all these trends that people want us to follow, unless it's something that will help you become a better person.
Yeah.
Say it again, bro.
I think I'll agree. I agree with you.
Yes. Because believe it or not, bro, life is so precious. Every single day is a blessing to be alive. So I don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow. What I do know is if and when I'm in heaven, I'm not going to look back at the day before and be like, yes, I held my nuts for all those days. I did a great job. I'm not gonna go back and do that. Most likely, I want to go back and be like, yes, I bust that nut. But that's my experience. Many people might feel different.
And I just say, man, be purposeful every fucking time you wake up, every day. Be purposeful. And that's it, man. And if you were practicing semen retention for a purpose and you fucking, God forbid, something happened to you, you still was purposeful, man. You did what you had to do every day. That's just what I could say on that.
Yeah, man, we need to definitely have some babies.
Big facts. And that's being purposeful too. Being purposeful, man. And you're 19 years old, bro. So that's dope. When I was 19,
money, bro.
Man, I was not thinking like you. So you're doing great, bro.
Practicing. When I was 19, I practiced semen retention when I wasn't focused, to help myself focus. And then when I got focused, I found myself playing around in different areas because I got the money and then fell into the trap of going backwards. So luckily, I realized at a certain age. So take the time off from now to realize at a younger age so that when you get to an older age or an age that other people give you their stories, you're like, yeah, I've been there, done that. And I accomplished and went through it. It was easy money.
Big facts, man. Yeah, man. That's what's up. What was your name again, brother? Adam?
Adam.
Yeah.
Yo, thank you for calling and thank you for supporting, bro. We appreciate you.
Yeah, for sure. I just have one more question.
Okay, what's the question, buddy?
Yeah, so you're speaking of age, what are the biggest life lessons that you learned in your 20s and that you would pass on to your kids too?
That's an easy one, bro. In my 20s is when I started to learn calisthenics and the importance of longevity. So that's why I work out. I don't work out for muscles. I don't work out for looks. I work out to be able to be mobile and strong with the same capabilities when I do reach an elderly age. So while I was in my 20s, I learned certain styles of calisthenics. So this is what I would say is one of the most beautiful things because it helps to change my body and my mind.
I'll add one thing. Go ahead, bro. I was gonna add one thing. I was gonna say basically, in your 20s, when if you're being true to yourself, you feel like you're doing the right thing, and everyone's doing the opposite. Continue to do the opposite of what the fuck everybody else is doing. Because a lot of people, they're gonna lead you astray, and it could be your family, it could be close friends, it could be co-workers. But just pretty much do the opposite of what everyone else is doing, and you'll be fine. Most people are not focused. Most people, they don't have vision. They don't think about longevity. So just keep that in mind too.
So I like to add something. In your 20s, right? It's when you should be gaining a lot of different skills, right? And you might not know when you're gonna use those skills. For example, right? In my 20s, I was in film school. I was doing numbers of different things. I was working at odd jobs. And all those years and all those experiences and all those skills allows me to utilize those skills today, but I learned them 10, 15 years ago. You know what I mean? 10, 15, 20 years ago. And I'm still using skills that I learned from McDonald's. You know, like I'm an old head, so back in the days at McDonald's, you had to actually count the change, the change and tell you what was coming out. And I used to have anxiety issues because it'd be like a bus full of people coming. Because the McDonald's I worked at was by a highway, you know, so football players, basketball players. And what it did for me is it taught me how to deal with anxiety when when I have to get a lot of work done in a short period of time, and those skills are something I use today. So it's like just gain a lot of skills. You know, always find and be curious and gain some skills. You never know when you're gonna need them in your 30s and 40s.
Yeah, Adam, is he still alive? What are you passionate about in life?
Honestly, what I want to, what I'm most ambitious about, I said.
What are you passionate about that you can make money from?
Oh, meaning sales, and, having something.
You sound hesitant in these questions that I asked you. So it just leads me to not really feel sure about what you're saying. So if you are unsure, you can take a vocational test, which will help you learn what passions that you have and be able to go pursue these goals or passions so that you make money from it, bro. I don't know if you ever heard of that. Not a vacational, but vocational. If you Google it online, it'll just vocational test. Instead of an A, you put an O, and you'll be able to take certain tests that help you to lead you on your journey.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, I don't even think I got to touch upon. I think they all talk, especially what Pelu said for sure. You definitely want to gain as much skills as you can, because the older you get, the harder it gets to acquire skills, man. So yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, for sure, man. I want to go just back to Brody's question. I think what I really thought about it today too was when it comes to selling something, I want to make something that will be able to, change people's lives and that kind of thing. Because I don't want to make something that would derail people. I want to make something that will make people's lives better. Like when I look at it from what are people struggling with, and people struggle with health, wealth, and relationships, right? So I thought maybe if I could get into the wealth niche and see, like people struggle with laziness, for example, they struggle with discipline, they struggle with that kind of thing. So I'm trying to find, maybe products that will be able to help them to, along their journey to be able to overcome that.
But you're also dealing with that problem yourself where you don't have the discipline to recognize where you need to get your time management correct, no?
You got a point.
Yeah, so you still got more learning to do. It's okay. You're not a master of discipline. So in order for you to understand yourself better, go take a vocational test.
Yeah.
And it's good that you know that you actually know that it's all about solving problems when you're trying to make a product for customers. So that's a great thing. But definitely take that vocational test, man. Find your purpose.
See, somebody just Googled and said that there are a lot of vocational tests online. Just Google it, guys. If you don't know what to do in your life, you don't know where to go, you're confused, take a vocational test. It's a test that helps you understand you.
I'm about to take one, man.
Sure.
I'm taking one.
The reason why I know this is because I have a daughter. So this is things like this is what I would pass down to her to help her figure out her passions and things like that. So, if you have kids, you want to pass things like that down to them, as well as financial literacy, financial knowledge, not just teaching them what you think is right and wrong about what people are doing outside, but how to spend money and how to have money, spend money for how money help money make money for them. You know what I mean? So you want to pass this type of knowledge down to your kids, especially our black people, man. You know what I mean? Shout out to you guys. And Let's change the nations by changing ourselves. Ain't nobody else. It's us. It's you. It's me. It's us. We gotta take accountability. So you feel me? Let's do that.
Yeah, man.
Right. And I just want to say I appreciate you answering the questions and everything. I appreciate you being there helping people out. And I just appreciate you being there, man. Thank you.
Yo, we appreciate you for supporting, man. Thank you. We will be here for people like you and many more. Thank you, bro.
For sure, man. Y'all take care, all right?
Peace.
Yeah.
I ain't going front, man. That's dope. That's dope that my guy Adam is 19 and he's closer to figuring out who he wants to be so that he can be the best version of himself. And he's not outside doing the wrong things at the wrong time, trying to be a part of a different type of energy, you know, because sometimes we be fake from young and then you learn how to stay in that realm. So shout out to my guy Adam for understanding and being curious. You said that the other day. And being curious. So shout out to my guy Adam, man. Shout out to you guys, man. Word.
Good episode today.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Got some calls, man. It's dope.
Thank you guys for liking. Thank you guys for subscribing. Make sure any and all energy that you're attracted to that's positive, that will help you build in this world, even if it's Goku Girl, smash that. You feel me? Make sure you take advantage of the opportunity and smash that because you know that it'll help you become a better person, man. You know what I mean? What you guys say, Brody?
Smash everything. Except for my girl.
Especially his girl.
You smash Brody's girl.
Smash her before she gets married. You know, he's thinking about marriage now, guys. You got about a week to smash her.
Oh, man. Yeah, guys.
What's your page as well, bro? So they can go tag you, follow you, all that stuff. You know?
Yeah, check
follow
me out,
your brand and shit.
See Marty Fit, CMARTY Fit on Instagram. Give me a follow, subscribe to my YouTube, same thing, See Marty Fit. I have a podcast as well. Less Brunches, More Crunches podcast. That's on YouTube and Apple Podcasts. And, fellas, get in shape. You know, that's the best therapy. That's going to give you clarity, peace of mind. It's really going to open you up to make some of the best decisions in your life. So that's all I got to say. Appreciate y'all having me on.
That's facts.
Most definitely.
Salute to you, my brother, and you know, definitely love to have you another time again, man.
For sure.
Shout out to you guys, man, that's watching. Thank you for subscribing. Shout out to my brothers that's been sharing and putting their energy out there as well. You know, this is a chance for us as men to not only learn but be vulnerable as well and learn. You feel me? So it's beautiful to see the strength, the commodity, the unity, and masculinity. You feel me? Because we do this, right, fellas?
Yes,
sir.
Right.
Yes, sir. Peace, guys.
Love and soul. Woohoo!